Hi everyone, welcome to lesson 5. So in this lesson, we're gonna learn about Korean words made of vowels and consonants. So in the Korean language, we can make more than 250,000 words by vowels and consonants. So in lesson 5, we're gonna learn words made with 14 consonants and just one vowel. So the way to construct Korean word is really similar to how English words are constructed. So, for example, go, G is consonant and O is vowel. So today's letters are ta, na, ta, and ra. So our team chose the proper words related to each letters and made a video for you guys. So guys, if you pay close attention, I will give you a short explanation for easy understanding. First, 그, 기억, 그, 기억, and 아, 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 가, 가구, 가, 가구, furniture. So my room interior is all decorated by my mother. My mother sometimes goes to the furniture store to buy furniture in various sizes, but honestly, I don't have that much interest in decorating my home or room. But I know I have to grow my skills at furniture shopping. So before I go to army camp, I'll try to go to IKEA store to find some furniture to decorate my room and grow my skills. Second, 그, 기억, 그, 기억, and 아, 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 가, 가지, 가, 가지, branch. So, do you enjoy summer? Actually, I do enjoy summer because of hot weather and the swimming pool. For farmers, summer is one of the busiest seasons of the year. Farmers use scissors to cut up tree branches. Do you know why? Because many branches disrupt other plant growth. Another reason, the farmers cut branches for autumn harvest. They cut branches so a tree get nutrition, and they can use branches for branches give plenty of advantage to people. So we should have more interest in branches and trees. Third, good and up, up, up. 가, 가수, 가, 가수, singer. So, who's your favorite singer? One of my favorite K-pop singer is Blackpink. So, I love this group for several reasons. First, the members are really so pretty and they sing very well. Especially, I'm a big fan of Rose. Second, I love the tone of Blackpink. Their song have color and feel really powerful. I can fall into the music. Thanks to those two reasons, I'm still listening to Blackpink's music in my free time. I heard that Blackpink has the most subscribers in the world. So if I ever had chance, I want to see them in concert in the future. Fourth, the dear, the, and a, na, nabi, na, nabi, butterflies. So, have you ever gone insect collecting outside? I just have a small memory of this. So, especially in summer, my grandparents and I carried a butterfly net and went outside for catching butterflies. Butterflies are so fast and hard to catch, but the dragonflies and cicadas are really easy to catch. When I was young and I caught butterflies, I drew a picture of them and released them after finishing. Yeah, I definitely had a good memory of butterflies, but now the memory is fading away and I don't have that much feeling when I'm watching the butterflies. How about you guys? Tell your story in the comments. Fifth, n, near, n, n, a, na, namu, na, namu, tree. So now, one of the longest month season here finished on August 16th, and the summer is really hot now. When you walk along the street, you usually go to a cool place to avoid hot weather, right? I'm always trying to walk under the trees and waiting under the trees before walking through crosswalk. Being under the trees feels so cooling that I sometimes stay under the trees for a long time. Now, Korea is still hot. I'm trying to find a place to cool down my sweat, but it can be hard to find big trees on the street, you know. So I think the Seoul public offices have to plant more trees or make a small forest in downtown, please. Sixth, n, near, n, near, a, na, nasa, na, nasa, screw. So the word NASA is pronounced similar to the Americans NASA, but it has a different function, of course older, with the help of even the smallest screws. NASA is able to build rockets and explore space. No detail is too small. My father uses screws to fix something in the house wall or build some small furniture. Or if you buy some furniture at IKEA, you should use screwdriver and screws to finish it. It's really easy for people who love deep projects. But if you don't, it could be hard for you guys. So if you live alone and have to build some furniture by yourself, get a friend who is deep master, you know, and could be like clever answer for you guys. Seventh, the tigger, the a ta 다리미, ta 다리미, iron. So do you wear a white button-down shirt when you go to the work? I sometimes wear one for going to the really important meetings. So when I do, my parents iron it for me, or I pay money to a dry cleaner to iron my shirt. So there are some ironing masters around my neighborhood. Their skills make me really impressed and easily prepared for my meetings. This is another story. I know there is a limit to pay money for ironing my shirt, so I have to learn to do it for myself or get some friends who is really good at ironing. So if you're very good at it, please give me a call. 8. The tigger. The a ta 다리 bridge. So do you know what is the most famous meeting place in Seoul? That's Han River Park. Han River Park is the holy place for couples to have a good time. My friend said that you should go there with your girlfriend. But one of my favorite places is Yeouido Han River Park because I love the night view of the river and the light of the bridges across the river. My scriptwriter said all bridges near big rivers around the world are a good place for couples. Actually, I haven't been to that many places and countries, so I think I have to go abroad often after my conscription. So subscribers all over the world, if you have an idea on good place, please leave a comment and I will go there, I promise. 9th, the tigger, a 바, 기다, 바, 기다, trunk. So there is an English expression, we must crawl before we can walk. As old people grow, we begin by crying as babies. At the time, our parents take pictures of us crying at home or outside. So I can easily see my baby photos around my house. I can't remember what I was doing at the time, so I just believed my mother's stories about when I was crying. She said that I cried and grew faster every day, and she was thankful for my growing. I can't imagine that feeling, but one day, and in the future, I might experience that feeling when I watch my own baby crying and growing. 10th. 르, 리을, 르, 아, 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 라, 라디오, 라, radio, radio. So, do you have your own radio in your home? These days, smartphones replace the function of radio. So, most of us listen to the radio, programs, and music through smartphones. When I use a smartphones, I get a complex feeling because there is a homesickness of listening to music and programs by radio. So I think this kind of homesickness make a wave of new retro culture, So I can see many people buying CDs and tapes and listening to cassettes. So now that I mentioned it, I have a small bit of nostalgia for the memory of radio. 11th. 르, 리을, 르, 아, 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 라, 소라, 라, 소라, conch. So, conch is one of the most common syllables in Korea. So, we can buy conch easily at city fishery market and sea market around eastern, western, and southern sea of the Korean peninsula. So Korean people love conches because it's really great snack for drinking. We just boil or steam the conches in a spot and eat it. So I love the texture, chewy and salty taste of conches. So also steamed conches have a mysterious charm that makes you drink more. The steamed conches play a supporting role in sashimi cuisine. So I love it so much. And you can see conch shells are a good decoration of the in the home. Right now, August is a bad season of catching conches. So in September, I will eat fresh conches and soju with my friends. 12. 르, 리을, 르, 리을, 아, 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 라, 라면, 라, 라면, ramen. So, which countries makes the best ramen? To speak with confidence, Korea makes the best ramen in the world. So, I eat ramen twice a month, but some friends eat it every day. One of the best ramen in Korea is hot chicken ramen. It's super spicy ramen, but very addictive. It has different degrees of the spiciness that my friends love to do a challenge with. I sometimes think they are crazy, but after achieving it, they say spicy ramen can get rid of their stress. I don't have that much confidence to eat spicy ramen because it has big terror on my stomach, So therefore, I love it mild taste ramen and make a mixed recipe like japaguri in the movie Parasite. So I know non-Korean people love to eat it. So I'm so curious about your favorite ramen. Please comment your favorite style of ramen. Do you know any Korean ramen brands? This is the end of our lesson. So I know my subscribers might think this lesson is harder than previous one, but our team believes that you have been doing a great job since lesson 1. Guess what? We have 3 more lessons of consonants and vowels. We will be getting more challenging for listening and understanding, pronunciation, and writing. But if you watch the writing and typing practice videos, you can know more and become proficient in Korean vocabulary. So we still have plenty of studying tips and content to help you feel like confident in studying Korean. So our team hopes that subscribers all over the world do not give up and keep going. So in Korea, to give encouragement or like cheer, we say fighting. This is how we say cheer up for a big test or during a hard time in your life these days. So keep going and keep studying. You can do it. Fighting. So see you next time, guys. Hi everyone, so I'm back and welcome everybody to the second part of lesson 5. So just as in the lesson, we're gonna learn about Korean words made with consonants and the vowel a. So today's basic letters are ma, pa, sa, a, and cha. So our team prepared 12 words related to each letters. So now let's just start today's lesson and be sure to pay close attention. First, m, mium, m, and a, ma, ima. Fred. So I've been interested in skincare for a long time, especially in face care. There are some pimples on my forehead sometimes. It makes me really stressed. I usually go to a cosmetic store for my skincare product. One of my favorite places is a store called Lush. Because their products are made from vegetables, so it doesn't cause extra skin trouble on my face and forehead. Also, I try to eat less greasy foods for preventing pimples. No. Without these efforts, I can get breakouts on my forehead because of stress. Skincare can often feel like an eternal assignment, especially on my forehead, for me. So I'm still finding good information for face care. How about you guys? Leave a comment on your favorite skincare tips. Second, m, mium, m, a, ma, mask, mask. So, Korea has been stabilizing since the outbreak of coronavirus. However, there are some cluster infections throughout Seoul that put people into the panic. So, masks have become an important topic for the whole world. In Korea, we commonly accept wearing a mask, but we realize it can cause stress to our skin and they make it inconvenient when breathing in the summer. But masks here are not political. Outside of Korea, COVID-19 is still infecting millions of people around the world. And we want to emphasize how wearing a mask is essential for preventing the spread of infection. So I take off my mask, make this video, but I wear a mask properly outside for basic etiquette. I'm so sorry that this is still an everyday topic in life, but I hope my subscribers all over the world will stay healthy thanks to wearing a mask. As you watch this video, please wear a mask for your community and for yourself, and wash your hands well. Third, m, mium, a, 아, 마, 고구마, 마, 고구마, sweet potato. So, have you ever eaten sweet potato in your daily life? Korean people love to eat sweet potato for snacks, meals, and as a healthy food. Um, People who want to lose weight often eat sweet potato and chicken breast day by day to maintain their health. I've eaten sweet potato for losing my weight before. It was super hard, difficult challenge in my life because I couldn't eat delicious rice and my mother's homemade side dishes. So I gave up quickly. Now I sometimes eat sweet potato only as a snack. Love to eat sweet potato with kimchi. No, eating sweet potato with kimchi is the best food combination. Many Koreans do it. I know you guys are not only interested in learning Korean language, but also in Korean food. So I will try hard to tell you more food stories related to our words. So keep checking our channel and share to your friends. Fourth, b, 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 a, 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 pa, paji, pa, paji, pants. So I told you that before. I have been playing baseball for a long time. So when I play baseball, I always wear long pants. The weather is so hot and humid that my pants get sweaty easily in just an hour. So I always bring 2 or 3 pair of pants to replace them. After playing baseball, I usually wear shorts to cool down and go out to eat with my friends. So, how about you guys? When you play sports or workout, do you prefer long pants or shorts? So, leave us a comment on how you stay cool when playing in the summer. Fifth, b, 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 a, 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 pa, pada, pa, pada, sea or ocean. So, Korea is now in the middle of summer, so many people will go to the sea for resting. So, I also go to the sea with my friend for playing and watching the twilight of the ocean view. Korea is surrounded by 3 oceans, the Yellow Sea, the East Sea, and the South Sea. So, I've been to those oceans about like many times. I love to eat seafood and samgyeopsal and go camping near the oceans. So, one of my favorite ocean spots in Korea is Haeundae Beach in Busan. Um, I've been there several times with my friends and made great memories. So, I think many great times can be had at the beach. So, in this summer season, I'm so busy that I can't go to the sea as often as last year. But I will try to make a chance for going to the ocean to relieve my stress. Sixth, b, 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 a, 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 pa, pawi, pa, pawi, rock. So there are 2 types of mountain in Korea. One is rock mountain and another one is sand mountain. My mother and I have been to those 2 kinds of mountain many times. My favorite mountain type is rock mountain because it's fun for climbing. No, it's kind of challenging for me to overcome my stress. And when I climb up to the top, I can feel how fantastic it is. Also, the variety of shapes of rock around the mountains are beautiful and it makes my mind calm. So I think I can only climb on Rock Mountain, but Rock Mountain gives a lot of advantage to me. So I have to go to the Rock Mountain as often as I can. Seventh, s, chiu, s, a, 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 사, 사자, 사, 사자, lion. So, what's your favorite Disney animation? On one of my favorite Disney animation is Lion King. So I watched it when I was about like 4 or 5 years old. About 2 years ago, a 3D versions of The Lion King was released in cinemas, so I enjoyed it again. Before watching The Lion King, I watched the real lion in the zoo. Korea has a big zoo named Everland Safari, where you can see real lions, giraffes, or bears on a bus tour. So the animals in safari were so mild that I felt they were so cute. I have a dream that I will go to African savannah one day to see white lions. I can't imagine how big they will be. So, but I'm still waiting for it. 8. 스, 시오, 스, 아, 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 사, 사과, 사과, apple. So, what do you think of when you hear the word apple? When I hear the word apple, I'm thinking of three things. The first is brand apple, and the second is fruit apple, and the third is Isaac Newton's apple. So, of these three, the apple brand and the fruit apple are the most common to us these days. So, I use Apple brand products and love to eat apples. It sounds like a joke, but it's my real morning routine, you know. So, do you have your own morning routine with apples? If you have, let's talk about it. Leave a comment about your favorite type of apple. 9th, 스, 시오, 스, 아, 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 스, 사다, 사다, buy. So this is first verb of lesson 5. So buying is one of the most important motivation for people. So where do you go for buying goods? I go to department stores for buying clothes, and my mother goes to the market for buying groceries. So that means we are always buying something in our lives. Where do you usually buy goods? Which store is good for buying at a cheap price? Leave a comment about your favorite place to shop and buy goods. 10th, ing, 아, 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 아파트, 아파트, apartment, or flat. So, have you ever been to Seoul before? You can watch the apartment in Seoul downtown and around the cities. So, Koreans love to buy apartments for their living. They want to live in an apartment near a river or the center of a city because of transportation. So, I thought it was good to live in an apartment when I was young, but now I want to have my own house and build in the countryside with wide courtyard, you know. So I can show that when I build my own house, but I always have my own dream sketch on my brain. So I will show my design as possible as I can in this video channel. 11th, ing, 아, 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 아버지, 아버지, father. So, do you love your father? Of course you do. I love my father because he's my best friend. So, my father is a quiet man, but he's family oriented and always thinks about me. I have made many great memories with my father, and I have been traveling many places with my father, and he's supporting me to study in Switzerland. So thanks to my father, I can have a broader world view. You know, so I won't forget grace of my father. As I grow older and have my own child, I hope to be as nice a father as he is. 12. ing, 아, 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 아기, 아기, baby. So, what do you want to do when you have your own baby? Before having my baby, I just have a plan of getting married by the time I'm 32 years old. So I wanna have two babies. It's just my plan. I think one or two baby is prepared for me. As I have my baby, I want to be friendly, always trying to make great memory and supporting their dreams. That means I have to work harder to earn like lots of money. This is the end of today's lesson. So, how was my story? Was it easy or hard to understand? If you have your own opinion, please leave a comment on our video. Remember to also watch the writing and typing practice video to chance your Korean language skill. So, we want to thank all of our subscribers and say good luck on your study. So, see you next time, guys. So, hello everyone, nice to meet you again. So, today's the third video of lesson 5. So, we're gonna learn Korean words that make use of the four consonants 지읒, 치읒, 히읗, 티귿, and the vowel a. So, there are 12 words related to each letter. So, you will notice that some words were used in the last lesson, but in this video, we have new stories to help us practice. So remember, practice makes the permanent, so it's really important to practice well. So let's take a look. First, j, 지읒, j, 지읒, 아, 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 자, 자두, 자, 자두, plum. So watermelon, grapes, orange, and kiwi are the best fruit for summer. Of course, I love plum the most because it's so sweet and it's very juicy. It helps keep me cool. In summer, my mother always buys the big boxes of plum for snacking. She packs some plums for me when I go. So I usually eat it after playing baseball, and it makes me happy and cool. So in Korea, one famous bakery makes a plum juice that's very, very, very delicious. So I fell in love with it. I strongly suggest you try a plum juice at your home. It's very nice. So second, j, 지읒, j, 아, 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 자, 자라, 자, 자라, terrapin. So there are some fairy tales about animals in Korean culture. One of the stories is called a rabbit and a terrapin. So this is about Turtle the terrapin and how it deceived the rabbit to try to steal the rabbit's liver. The rabbit used its brain to be saved from the liver thief, the terrapin. Because of this story, the terrapin has become a symbol of long life and is often used in traditional Oriental medicine. I have once smelled boiled terrapin and it smells really bad. I still can't understand why Koreans eat it. Third, j, 지읒, j, 지읒, 아, 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 자, 부자, 자, 부자, rich. So, what do you want to do when you become a rich? Everyone wants to be a rich and they want to have a big house, 5 cars, and a swimming pool. So, they want to have their own airplane and to travel around the world. I sometimes dream about what I would do if I won a great fortune. Perhaps I would donate to charities first and then buy a house and a blue Tesla. No, it's just dream, so instead, I will study and work hard in my field to be a rich man and save money in the bank too. Fourth, ch, 치읒, ch, 아, 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 차, 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 tea. So I do drink tea sometimes. My mother loves drinking tea every day. So my mother said that drinking a glass of tea makes a person's mind calm. So my mother always gives me tea when I want to rest. I love all kinds of tea, especially lemon and mint tea. I love the sweet and cool taste of it. So it makes my body warm and has a love for my digestion. What kinds of tea do you enjoy? If you come to Korea, there's a brand named Oslo. It's a tea product and it's very expensive, but it's very good. So if you get a chance, buy the line and share it with your friends. Fifth, ch, 치, 치, 아, 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 차, 자동차, 차, 자동차, car. So I got a driver license when I was 20 years old, when I graduated from high school. So when did you start driving? Leave your story in the comments. So I sometimes drive my mother's car to go grocery shopping or to go it. So it was really difficult to drive at first because Seoul has a lot of traffic jams, you know. But I practiced a lot and now I have better driving skills. I don't own my own car, I use my mother's. Sometimes I check out car photos on the net. My favorite car brands are the Tesla, the Porsche, and Audi. If I have one of these cars in the future, I would never stop driving. 6. 치, 치읓, 치, 치읓, 아, 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 차, 기차, 차, 기차, train. So I do love traveling. I love traveling so much. I take all kinds of transportation to get around. My favorite way to travel is by train because I can move from Seoul to other places easily and fast. Korea's national train is KTX, and it goes from Seoul to all of Korea efficiently and inexpensively. So in Korea, people love to go to Busan by KTX train with their friends because it takes about like 3.5 hours to get there. We purchase the train ticket cheaply and confidently. So KTX train is considered one of the best train system in the world for a few reasons. So first, KTX has a fast Wi-Fi service. And second, we can arrive at our destination on time. The train are also very clean and comfortable. Finally, we can eat delicious snacks on the train and make good memories, you know. So, what good memories do you have on the train? I'm so curious about it. 7th, 크, 키, 크, 아, 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 카, 카메라, 카, 카메라, camera. So, we've been producing this channel for 2 months now. At first, I was not comfortable and my face was stiff in front of camera for a few weeks. But now, I've spent plenty of time practicing and reading my script in front of camera. It takes about like 3 to 5 hours to get comfortable. And this practice helps me to not be shy in front of camera. At first, it took about like 4 hours to finish recording video, but now I spend just like 2 hours to finish it. So we've created a comfortable routine in front of camera. I have more like courage to be confident in front of camera. Dear subscribers, if you have nervousness in front of camera, it's okay to practice for a long time. It helps you to be more like skilled YouTube creator. 8th, 크, 키, 크, 아, 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 카, 카드, 카, 카드, card. So, what's the most happiest moment in your yearly life? My answer is when my mother gives me her credit card and says that I can buy whatever I want to eat. So at the time, I called to my friend and go to grilled pork restaurant. After eating pork, we go to Baskin Robbins for dessert and finish in delight. I know it doesn't happen often, but so I'm always grateful to my mother. So right now, I live with my parents. As I become more independent, I'd like to return to favor and give them my credit card. So treat them from time to time, you know. Ninth, k, q, k, a, 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 ka, caramel, ka, caramel, caramel. So I've mentioned a few times in our videos that I love playing baseball. So baseball is an energetic sport. It requires span, the concentration, and lots of power. So when my energy is low, I sometimes eat caramel. The caramel has a sweet and addictive taste. So too much caramel, however, can be fattening. So I know I have to control myself, but yeah. And do you guys love caramels too? 10th, t, 티귿, t, 아, 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 타, 타조, 타, 타조, ostrich. So, do you know which is the fastest land bird? Of course, it's the ostrich. Ostriches cannot fly, but they run very fast. Ostriches have a sharp beak for protection. I saw an ostrich's egg on TV before. Its size is the biggest of all kinds of eggs that have a hard shell. It is as large as human head. In Korea, some people love to eat ostrich egg, which is full of healthy protein. So I have seen an ostrich egg being fried before, and it looked so delicious. I love to eat all kinds of food, but I think it requires huge courage to eat it. 11th, t, 티귿, t, 아, 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 타, 치타, 타, 치타, cheetah. So, do you know what the fastest animal in Africa is? The answer is the cheetah. So, a cheetah can run 120 km per hour. Its speed makes it an efficient and skilled hunter. But there are a few times the cheetah has a weak moment. That is, when it battles large animals such as giraffes or elephants. I saw in a documentary once giraffes and elephants moving in a herd to protect themselves from an attack. I've only seen these animals in documentaries and cannot imagine their power in person. Viewers, if you've been to Africa and have photos or stories to share of animal in wild, check out our Instagram channel or leave your story in the comment below. We would love to hear about your story. 12. t, 티귿, t, 티귿, 아, 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 타, 기타, 타, 기타, guitar. So, have you learned to play the guitar? I studied it for 3 years when I was in primary school. I had pain in my fingers at first because of the hard guitar strings. But as I went on, my fingers were accustomed to it and I learned to play a few songs. However, I don't study the guitar as much as I used to. I just love listening to musicians play. One of my favorite singers is IU. She plays guitar and sings very well. I'm always impressed by her performance. I once said that I want to go to a Blackpink concert in the future. I also want to go to an IU concert if I get a chance. This is the end of our lesson. So, how was the difficulty of today's content? We have some repeated words and verbs in our lesson. So, these words are the most common used words in the Korean language. As you memorize these words, it will help to you to speak Korean. So we still have 2 letters and 6 words left for next time. So don't give up. And keep writing and practicing. So please keep checking out our channel and not only study Korean with this video, but also with the writing and typing practice videos. So see you next time, guys. Hi everyone, this is the last video of lesson 5. So today we're gonna learn about Korean words consisting of consonants p and h. With the vowel a. So I'm gonna pronounce 6 words related to each letter and share my stories. So our team prepared some nice stories for you guys. So here we go. First, p, 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 a, a, pa, party, pa, party, fly. I don't like insects like mosquito and flies. The fly is one of the most disgusting insects for me. I usually open windows to cool down my room, but then some flies come in and make crazy sounds, you know. When a fly comes into my room, it takes much time to catch it, so I stress a lot. I heard that flies love dirty places and spread the germs as they fly place to place. We can see flies more often in the summer, so I want summer to go by fast so I don't have to stress about flies in my daily life. Second, p, 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 a, pa, super, coach. So, do you have your own coach in your home? My house coaching is for 4 people, but my mom and I use it for 1 person. My mother loves lying down on the couch for watching dramas. I like lying down on the couch to play on my phone. I sometimes lie down eating potato chips and don't do anything. I'm doing my best to be a couch potato, but of course the couch potato me makes my mother stressed. But it's really useful for relieving my stress. I suggest for you not to be a couch potato too often. Again, do as I say, not as I do. Third, p, 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 a, 파도, wave. So there are many places for surfing around the world, like Hawaii and San Francisco and Mexico. Korea has a beautiful surfing beach in Gangwon-do province. The name is Yangyang Surf Beach. I've been there twice and I've seen many people enjoy surfing in natural waves. There are some water theme parks where you can enjoy surfing in artificial waves in Korea, such as ALDALINGUO Caribbean Bay. I also have experienced surfing there. It was so hard to do, but I love doing sports activities, so I wanted to experience surfing on waves before going to my army service. I will upload photos on our team Instagram channel. Fourth, here, a, harmonica, harmonica. So when I was young, there was a small harmonica in my house. I've tried to play a song on harmonica, but it sounded like strange when I played it. So I watched some street singers playing guitar and harmonica at once. It was amazing to me. The street singers was a master of making a balanced rhythm by guitar and harmonica. In Korea, one old singer named Hwang Kim also played the guitar and harmonica very well. and his nickname was Legend Wandering a Minstrel. My parents and I still remember him. Fifth, h, here, h, ah, 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 ha, hama, hama, hippo. So I give you one question. Are hippos herbivorous or the carnivores? The answer is herbivorous. They only eat grass. Isn't it surprising? Many people think hippos are carnivores because they have sharp teeth. But when you watch them in zoos or documentary channel, they move in groups and eat grasses. We can see hippos in the African savanna. However, because of global warming, hippos are losing their living area and dying of the starvation. So to save their lives and preserve their habits, we should pay attention to environment. Sixth, h, here, h, ah, 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 ha, tohagi, ha, tohagi, addition. So, what do you think of hearing addition? For me, it has a positive meaning. I love these words because it makes me think that things are coming to us, like a happy addition or bonus. So, when you share good things to others, it brings good things to our lives. Are you happy addition to your friends' lives? A bonus? I think I'm a good addition to my friends, but I also want to be a good addition to my subscribers' lives, a positive light in your lives. So, this is the end of our lesson. So, after this lesson, we have learned 42 words related to vowels and consonants. So, these words are commonly used in Korean living, so it helps you get closer to understanding Korean culture. So, thank you for paying attention to our video and showing your support with the like and subscribe. So, next time, lesson 6. We'll learn about Korean consonants combined with the vowel O. So, keep on studying and I will see you next time.